This is a collection of tropical fruit that you need to try the next time you visit Florida. For a lot of folks, these fruits might be considered rare. Maybe you never saw a Mamey before, or a Sapodilla. You certainly know what bananas are, but you've probably never had a blue Java, also known as an ice cream banana, or a Namwa. And while everybody knows what mangoes are, most of you have only had the opportunity to taste crappy supermarket-bought mangoes. And while these fruit may seem rare and exotic to you, for people who grew up in South Florida, these are common, everyday fruit, as common as the apple you might have took to school as a kid. So I got rained out today, and I came inside to prepare my lunch. And as I started cutting up this beautiful plate of tropical fruit, I was going to add some other stuff to it. I thought, you know, this would be a great opportunity to share with my subscribers exactly what they could try if they ever came to Miami, or even if you're not a subscriber to mine, even if you're not a tropical fruit nerd like a lot of the people who watch these videos, if you're ever coming to South Florida and you go into like a neighborhood cafeteria, you're going to see batidos de mamey, mamey shakes on the menu. And you'd be doing yourself a disservice if you didn't try one. So let me take you through each of these fruits, and since I have mamey in my hand, let me start with mamey. Mamey is one of these tropical fruits that doesn't look like a tropical fruit. You know, a mango, look at this beautiful Valencia Pride mango here. You know, it's pretty, it has nice shapes and curves, it's got all the colors, right? You look at this and you think, yeah, that's gonna taste sweet when I bite into it. But you see something like this, it really just looks like a giant acorn, right? Well, this is a mamey, or a sapote, or a mamey sapote. And it's not until you cut it open that you really begin to appreciate that this is a tropical fruit. Because when you cut this thing open, you see that beautiful pinkish orange flesh that's in there. And more importantly, you get that smell. Oh, that tropical smell hits your nose and you know you are about to have a treat. Just like apples that you're used to up north. You know, you got your Granny Smith, you got your Golden Delicious, your Red Delicious, your Macintosh. All of these fruit come in different varieties as well. So this is a mamey. But this is also a mamey. These are two different styles of mamey. This is called a magana mamey, and it's known to grow oblong, to grow to a point, and to grow to be pretty big. These things can be 4, 5, 6 pounds when they're mature. This, on the other hand, is a lot smaller, but it also grows oblong, and this is called a pace mamey. This is actually a mamey that was discovered by my friend Julian, who owns Lara Farms right up the street. He owns a nursery up the street. Him and his dad planted a mamey and let it grow from seed, and it produced this delicious pace variety mamey. And I stopped by his place yesterday and he sent me home with a few. Now if you're here and you buy a mamey and you're not sure when to eat it, wait until it's very soft. Look at how soft. Look at how I'm squeezing into that thing, almost like a Nerf football, right? Wait till it's soft all around, then give it another day. You want to wait till the mamey is really, really mushy before you cut into it. And that's what I did with this one here when I started making my lunch earlier. This one's really, really mushy, and the flesh is really soft and like pudding. But this guy here, this pace, I was surprised when I picked it up. It too was really soft. So I'm going to cut into it. You see, it's got almost like a suede kind of skin to it. I'm going to just cut a little wedge out of this guy and taste. This is going to be my first pace. Now, I grow a few of these out in my grove, and look at the seed. Look at that beautiful, shiny seed on the inside of a mamey. And actually, let's do a quick comparison here. Even the color is a little bit different. Look, the magana has like a deeper, more reddish color, whereas the pace is a bit more orange. Now, I have heard nothing but good things about these pace. Let me bite into this and see how it is. See for myself. See what I'm about to get when my tree starts producing this fruit. Oh, there's that mamey smell. Mmm. Oh, that is so good. Now, oh, that's good. Oh, that is good. Julian, if you're watching this video, thank you for this mamey. It's where are we now? We're coming to the end of the month of May. I know he was selling these at his website, laurafarmsmiami.com. laurafarmsmiami.com. If you want to try one of these, you can go to his website and get them. But wow, is this good. Well, I better save some of this for my wife. She's going to like it. That is so good. Look at this one. I probably could have gave it another day or two, but see it, it's like firm. And you'll hear people, if you look at other videos about Mamey, you'll hear people describe it as kind of like a sweet potato on steroids, but I don't think it gives the Mamey justice to describe it like a sweet potato. I mean, I get it. It's orange and it's got a little bit of sweetness to it, but to me, it's much more a tropical fruit. And I have a hard time really comparing it to something. I mean, I do get a little bit of that sweet potato taste to it, but to me, it has its own unique flavor, and it just really reminds me of Miami. It just reminds me of being in Miami. Now, let me take a bite of the magana here. See if I have a spoon. Just while I have that paste. Hey, Noe! Noe! Come here, you gotta taste this. I'm gonna let her taste the paste variety. So let me take a bite of this magana while I wait for her. Oh, that's good. God dang, they're so good. I got something for you. Remember I told you I stopped by to see Julian?
Yeah. At
Laura Farms yesterday? Well, he gave me this little paste Mamey, and look at the difference. Look at the difference in the color.
I love the color.
And how small, but I just took a bite of it, and I see why people have been going crazy talking about this fruit. I can't even see what side's up on my knife without my glasses anymore. Take a bite of that Mamey.
Let me see.
And let's get your reaction. While she's eating that, there's what the seed looks like.
Oh my God.
I know, right? It's unique, isn't it?
It's so different.
It is.
What is this?
Yeah, it's called the paste. Him and his dad grew that from seed, and Julian tells the story better than I do, but I guess the name paste, it's a combination of the initials of his mother and father's name. So it's not only a delicious Mamey, but it's like meaningful to him. Yeah, to him and his family. Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah, it's so good, isn't it? And now here, look, here's a magana Mamey, and you can see the difference in color. See it? And this one has more of a fleshiness to it, right?
Yeah.
And
it has fiber.
It has fiber to it, yeah. Whereas this one, look at the magana, especially when you ripen it all the way, and the Key West are this way also. Look, you can get it. It's like eating pudding. It's really like eating pudding from a bowl.
Oh my God.
I know, right? Yeah. And then we have a third variety that we grow called the Key West, but we won't have those for like another year or two. Because I only planted them a couple of years ago.
I know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, shall we move on to those mangoes?
Yeah.
Okay. So I told them I was making my my lunch here, and I realized she must have been making her lunch too, because when I set up the camera, I found these mangoes cut up. Now,
I cut these for you.
Oh, you cut them for me?
Yeah.
Okay, well maybe we're going to do a mango salsa recipe, so maybe we'll use them in that. But these are, I think it's called a mandola. Let me put my glasses on. These I didn't grow. No, wait, this is a Tommy. These I didn't grow. These I bought. So let's see. This is a, I think, mandola variety. Let's see what this says here. Mingolo, look at that. I don't know if you could see that. It's Mingolo. And these are imported from Dominican Republic.
Okay.
And I got these at Rubio's fruit stand. Actually, let me show you a picture of their place. They have got this, it's this family-owned fruit stand down the street, down on Chrome Avenue. Down Chrome Avenue in Homestead. And it is so pretty. But let me show you this picture of their place. Check that out, Noe. Look at the mangoes hanging. You see them there in the tree?
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. And you know I love going there.
Oh my
I
God,
always come
know.
home full of fruit. So, Noe, hold that up. Okay, so that's the... Oh, grab one that's like not cut.
Okay.
Yeah, grab one that's not cut. Let me see. I had a Tommy somewhere around
That
here. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah. Hold that up to the camera. And look, here's a Tommy mango. So there's you know, the Mendola has almost like this kidney shape, like this little curly Q, whereas like the Tommy is just kind of round, and see, it's like colorful and stuff like that. But let me show you also the difference in coloration. So hang on here. I'll cut this guy open. Oh, and you know what?
What?
I'm about to cut this open on a cutting board that was sent to me by one of the subscribers to this channel.
I love the cutting.
I know. Actually, he told me he's a cabinet maker. I spent some time on the phone answering his questions about tropical fruit.
It's a piece of art.
Yeah, and he sent me 2 cutting boards. I don't say people's name online unless they give me permission ahead of time, but you know who you are. Thanks for the cutting boards.
Thank you.
So let me cut this sucker open here, and I'll show you the difference. Now, I showed you there was differences in the Mamey. Now we're moving on to mango.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So if you look at a Tommy mango, you'll see a yellow flesh, right? See that there? Whereas the Mingolo has an orange flesh. And I can also show that with some of the wedges that I cut here. Here's a Mingolo. And there's the orange. And then you can contrast that with the Tommy, which is more yellow. Look at the difference there.
Yeah.
My point being that, you know, this paste Mamey had a very different taste than the Magana Mamey, right? Let me take a bite of this. You're joining us for lunch.
It's our lunch.
Yeah, we're also eating our lunch here. But why don't you do a little taste test of these?
So I'm trying these.
Yeah, you taste and tell them what you think, and I'm going to just kind of show them as you go. So that's a Mingolo, right?
Mingolo is so good.
Yeah, it's good. Tommy likes them. Our son likes them. So again, here's the Mingolo, right? And it's got that like kidney shape.
Look at the color. It's
and I showed you the Tommy, how that's got a different shape. This is called a Hayden. And look at that's round, and it's like a little baseball, right? And it's got all kinds of colors. As these get more ripe, they get more colorful. Here is a Valencia Pride. This one we grew right outside my son's bedroom. And although it's a little early in the year to be picking Valencia Pride, this one fell off the tree, so I just let it ripen on the counter here, but also a very different looking mango. And then this little green guy here, you found in a bag, right?
Yeah.
Attached to our gate. So we had a subscriber come by, her and her daughter. Beautiful, beautiful mom and a beautiful little daughter. They wanted to get a tour of the farm, so I gave them a tour of the farm, and while they were here, they asked if they could have a banana plant. And so these bananas, when they give their bunch, that's it, they're done. They never give another bunch again. But before they give their bunch, they put out little pups, little thumb-sized pups. And so I got my pick and hoe, and I had the little girl dig out a little banana pup for herself. And so anyway, that was a year ago. Hold that. So Noe came home to find a bag of mangoes, which is a little strange to give a mango farmer a bag of mangoes.
I know. I was thinking the same thing.
But it's not as strange as you might think, because we're always encouraging each other to try new things. Like he did yesterday. Like Julian gave me that Jamaican Mamey, which I never had before. So anyway, she finds a bag of these mangoes with a letter here. It says, "Dear Sleepy Lizard Family, as promised, here are some mangoes for you. The banana pup is doing great. From our family to yours, we hope you enjoy them." And then it's, you know, signed here. I'm not going to say their name. And it says, "P.S. The mangoes are usually twice the size, but we had to pick them early this year due to squirrels and bugs. And they are organic. And they are a peach-orange color on the inside," which we already know because we ate a few. So let me cut open one of these, and you could taste the Tommy and tell me what you think the difference between the Tommy and the Mingolo is.
You know, the Tommy takes a little bit more like lemon.
Yeah. Technical issue. I had to switch from 4K to 1080p because my camera overheated. But we're back now. So where were we? You were tasting these 2 mangoes, right? The Mingola?
Mangola and the Tommy.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so what
wow.
What do you think? What do you think?
It's very fruity.
Sweet.
Almost doesn't taste, it almost tastes man-made, almost like a candy.
And taste this.
Yeah, well, I've had the Tommy lots of times. I love the Tommy. Oh, that's good. That's a classic. South Florida mango right there.
Yeah, but
Tommy.
do you find like it has a little bit of lemon?
It does.
flavor?
It has a little bit of a citrus, a little bit of a fruity flavor, and it also has the fiber in it. But for me, it's definitely worth powering through the fiber. Now, here's the organic ones, the unknown variety we got from our subscriber. So give that a try.
Okay.
And admittedly, these were picked a little early.
But they're good.
Wow. Yeah.
Different flavor.
Of different texture.
Yeah.
A very like firm texture.
It has,
without any fiber at all.
It has like a banana.
Yeah. It
taste.
does. It does.
Like
it's like a banana taste to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can tell they were definitely picked a little bit early. They're not as juicy. Normally the mango juice is dripping down our...
A mango that tastes a little bit like a banana. Wow.
But anyway, so mangoes. That's another thing if you're ever in South Florida. So you want to have yourself a Mamey. If you're in South Florida, try some Mamey. You can get Mamey ice cream. You could get a Mamey milkshake. You can just get Mamey and eat it. But you got to make sure it's ripe. It's got to be super, super soft, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, another common fruit that might seem exotic to people that aren't here. Like, it's like when I tell people like, oh, my mother never heard of this, my mother never heard of that. That would be like you telling someone your mother never heard of an apple. They'd be like, what? You know what I mean? But I never heard of this stuff either till I came here. And in fact, where I grew up in Scranton, Pennsylvania, we referred to a bell pepper as a mango. If you go to
Really?
Yeah. If you go to the supermarket up there, you'll still see mangoes listed as bell peppers.
Bell pepper.
In the produce
Wow.
department. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. The Valencia, I'm going to save that for the mango salsa. We talked about the Mamey. We talked about mangoes. And those are two very common tropical fruit, must-have tropical fruit if you're going to come to South Florida on vacation, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to a fruit called Sapodilla.
Oh my God.
This is a Sapodilla. And if you look at that and think, well, God, that looks like a baby Mamey, it's because it is. It's a cousin of the Mamey. It's not a baby Mamey, but the Sapodilla is the cousin of a Mamey. And just like there's different varieties of mango, just like there's different varieties of Mamey, just like as we said there's different varieties of apple, there's different varieties of Sapodilla. This is also a Sapodilla.
I can't believe that.
Yeah,
It's
in
huge.
fact, yeah, entertain them for a minute. I got to go get the name of this Sapodilla.
See, I want to try a Sapodilla and show them the color inside.
Yeah. All right, so where's the little one? Oh, here.
You took it.
Okay.
You can.
So we grew this one. We have this tree in our grove, and this is called a Maycock variety. M-A-K-O-K. Hold that. This one I got also from Myra over at Rubio Fruit Stand on Chrome Avenue, just north of downtown Homestead. And she wrote down the variety for me. This is called Gigantea. Gigantea, like Gigantea.
Gigantea.
I guess that makes sense if you're used to seeing Sapodilla like this and all of a sudden this big sucker rolls around. Now this one ain't ready to eat yet, so we're not going to be ready to eat. But we can cut into this one and eat it. And Sapodilla, again, is another fruit, and it's another one of those tropical fruit. It's not like a mango or a banana that you look at and you say, wow, that's going to be tasty. Hold that. She likes to eat the skin. I don't like to eat the skin, but here's what the flesh of a ripe one looks like. It's like a brown, very much like a maple syrup colored flesh. And it is so good. And again, it's the weirdest thing because it doesn't look like it's going to have this tropical like punch to it, but it really, really does.
It's amazing. You'll be hooked.
Oh, that's so good. Oh my God.
Why don't you eat the skin? The skin
because
is so
I like
good.
the flesh so much that the skin isn't yucky, but it takes away from the flesh for me. You know? Yeah. And we've got multiple varieties of this. So this is the Maycock that we have, and then this one here is the Gigantea that Myra gave us. Thanks again, Myra. By the way, when my wife bit into the Mingolos, she said, I want to give Myra a hug.
I will give Myra a hug. That was amazing.
And I'm going to do a whole separate video on this one when it ripens. And then we got everything in between. You know, we got them a little bigger than this and a little smaller than this. Some of them are egg-shaped, some of them are round. And they have all kinds of flavors. Some very powerful, some very mild. But Sapodilla, they also call it Nispero. They also call them Chicos. If you're ever in Florida and you see Sapodilla, again, that's something that's very common here. that's probably exotic to someone who's not from here, and it's something you really should try. All right, so that covers 3 fruit you probably never heard of. Well, you obviously, everyone heard of mangoes, but you haven't had like mango varieties like Hayden, Valencia, Pride, what do we have here? Tommy, Mingolo, right? And then for a lot of people probably never heard of a Mamey, never heard of a Sapodilla. Everyone's heard of bananas. And everyone's eaten bananas. Now, if you're a mango lover, or even if you just appreciate mangoes, but you walk into someone's house and you say that you see they have a pile of mangoes on the counter, you're like, oh, mangoes, can I have one, right? And if you like Mamey, you'll see a Mamey and be like, wow, Mamey. No one's ever walked into anyone's house and said, wow, a banana, right? But if you've ever tasted a Namwa banana, you would say, wow. Like if you saw someone had Namwa bananas and they offered you one, you'd be like, can I have 3 or 4? These things are delicious. Now, a Namwa and some of the other varieties we grow, you want to let them actually get a little black to where the skin starts to peel a little bit, split a little bit. And so this one's just a little bit far gone, but I like to eat them that way, so this tip is a little bit soft. So I'm going to take that.
It's like a pudding.
It's like a pudding. And then that's more of like a traditional banana.
Can you hear me?
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, you guys. Sweet.
So sweet. I mean, it's like eating banana pudding with like, I don't know, a little vanilla sweetener in it or something like that.
Exactly. It has a little bit of taste of vanilla.
Yeah, it's so good. Now I'm going to open up another one. This one's just about perfect. That one was maybe a day too far gone. But you see, it really has the same sort of texture and look as like the regular Cavendish banana, the common one you get in the supermarket. But man, once you bite into it,
it makes you love life more.
It really does. And especially when I'm eating a combination like this. Like you eat a combination, you eat a bite of banana and then you take a little bit of mango. You know what I mean?
God. Oh my God, you guys, you have to come and visit us.
This is a tropical fruit feast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Wow. So this is another thing about Florida. When you walk into that local cafeteria, when you walk into that local fruit stand or whatever, they're going to have lots of different types of bananas. And this one is called a Namwa. Now this one here, this variety here, can you step back a little?
Yeah,
this is called a blue Java. And you probably can't see it inside, but the bananas do have a little bit of a bluish hue to them.
You can see it.
Yeah, a little bit. And with our eyes we can see it. I don't know if the camera will get it. And then these guys are starting to ripen. Now here's what I was talking about a second ago. A lot of these varieties, you want to wait until they split. And then it's time to open them. And for me, these good varieties of bananas, the difference is for me, I grew up eating bananas and, you know, even into my adulthood would eat bananas. As an adult, I ate bananas because it's the right thing to do. It's the healthy thing to do. But I kind of forced them down. You know what I mean? Because they don't taste good. The bananas you get at the supermarket just don't taste good. The difference is, these blue Javas, they're also called ice cream. Oh my God. Yeah, get on there. And there's a reason why. Oh, that's good.
Wow.
Yeah. That's better. I like that better than the Namwa. Now, taste is subjective. Taste is subjective. There are people who swear. Where is one? There's people who swear. There's people who swear by the Tommy. They love the Tommy mango. There's other people who don't. Me, I love the Hayden. I love it. It's my favorite mango, the Hayden.
It's amazing.
And I had Paul from Fruitful Trees over here last week, and he kind of laughed at me, like he doesn't like the Hayden, you know, but taste is subjective, and I see that with my customers too, by the fruit they buy, and you know, they want it the following year, and I want this variety, but I don't want that variety. But for me, this blue Java or ice cream banana is delicious.
How would you describe the flavor?
I don't know. There's a little, like, there's a fruitiness to it. Like where bananas always have like more of a, I found like a bland flavor. This thing like pops when it hits you. And
it's also hard too.
It's hard, yeah. It's not like a typical banana that's creamy. This, you gotta chew through these guys.
You gotta use your teeth.
You do, yeah, they're good. They're like firm. They're a lot firmer than other styles of banana. And you know what?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
I mean, it's a deep deep banana flavor. They also call these ice cream, and people ask me like, hey, do they really taste like ice cream? But if you stop and think about it, how could something taste like ice cream? Like chocolate ice cream is different than vanilla ice cream, is different than Rocky Road ice cream. Like you can't just generically say something tastes like ice cream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think a lot of the names of these fruit are like marketing type things, you know what I mean? But oh my God, this is good. You want another bite?
Yes.
All right.
It's amazing.
So while she finishes up that banana here, I'm going to start prepping to make our mango salsa. Tell them about the mango salsa we make.
Oh my God, he made the best mango salsa.
So right now we're just doing a little prep, and here's the other cutting board that my subscriber gave me. So let's just do a little prep here on these mangoes. And so I cut them into wedges, and then I just cut the wedges into little cubes, just like this, right? Let me show you close up. So I start with my mango wedge like this, and then I just cut little cubes into it, right? Like that. And you can see, like, you know, there's the little cubes, and they're just going to go right in the bowl. So I'll prepare them for her, for Noe, and then she could, you know, put them in the bowl. So, and I don't care what variety, pick your favorite variety. Today we're going to use a combination of Tommy and Mingolo, and I'm going to put this one, actually no, this Valencia Pride ain't quite, yes it is. I'm going to put this one Valencia Pride in also. So we're going to use mangoes. We're going to use hot peppers, and I want you to be brave. You know, maybe a habanero is a little much, but you know, put what you can take. And then we're also going to put just one clove of garlic. Now you'll see this is going to be a big bowl full of ingredients, but I'm just putting one garlic because I've been at too many parties where the salsa is ruined by garlic. It just tastes 100% like garlic. Oh, I'm sorry. And in addition to the peppers, we're also going to add a couple of tomatoes. And we're not going to give measurements because I have no idea. You know, I don't really care. I mean, I'm just going to cut up whatever.
You don't care?
Well, I mean, we use what we have on hand, right? So we're going to cut up a bunch of mango here. Let me show them how I do this here. So here we have some mango in the bowl, right? So we just take the bowl, and then we have that cubed up wedge like I showed you, and all I got to do is run a blade down along the skin, and the little wedges fall in. All right, while she's finishing up the mangoes over there, I'm going to go to work on the tomatoes. And the tomatoes, I do something very similar. I just kind of cube them, you know. So I cut little slices in one direction, then I turn it 90 degrees, and I cut slices in another direction. And then I turn it in a different 90 degrees, I guess vertically 90 degrees, and cut through, and that's where I get my chunks of tomato. All right, so bring that bowl over here, honey. Okay, so here's what I do when I'm making any kind of salsa. I add my tomato chunks like that, right? But then, and I'll do this even if I'm going to put a tomato in guacamole, which I rarely do. Then I always like to take one tomato and just squish it, because I want the juice, you know what I mean? I want to get that like fleshy juice. And a lot of times I'll even do that with a mango. Like if I have a bunch of them and I just can't eat all around the seed.
That's your secret.
Yeah, that's one of my secrets. But now the 800 people that watch this video are going to know that secret too.
Wow.
And I just kind of like squeeze it until I'm left with like the skin. And I don't put the skin in there. That's for the garbage. So you could stir that up a little bit.
Yeah.
Ooh, that looks nice. Let's show them that. Yeah, that looks really nice. Look at that. It's mostly mango and just a little bit of tomato mixed in. I keep that going. Actually, that's mixed pretty good, I think.
So done?
I think you're done, but now we got to add the peppers. And this is a habanero pepper. We grew this.
I'm scared.
We know it's hot, right? This is a chili pepper we grew. I don't know if these are hot. Do you know?
I don't know. No.
All right, I might make it hard to make the rest of this video.
Yeah. I think you should.
Ow, I gotta spit that out.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, because you guys, you don't want to ruin your salsa. No. You gotta make sure that what you put in you can handle.
Oh my God, it's gonna be. Wow.
Are you okay? Your eyes
I'm okay. I spit it out quick enough now. It's not as hot as the habanero. Habanero will ruin my day. I can't handle this. Here's the chili we grew. And this is the different kind of chili I also got from Myra. So let me taste that guy. But I'm going to take a smaller taste of it. Now, on the way out of the fruit stand, I said, Myra, are these hot? And she said, yeah, they're hot. And she's of Mexican heritage. So they tend to know they're hot peppers. You know what I'm saying? So let me just give that a little bite. Yeah, that's hot. That son of a bitch. Oh, wait. Oh my God. Okay.
If she said it was hot and she's Mexican,
yeah, I know.
You gotta triple it.
I know. Okay, that's hot. The chili, though, is hotter. And I'm not even going to taste the habanero because I know how bad these are.
No.
But I'm putting all three in the salsa.
Really?
Really. This is the kind of salsa that's going to make your forehead sweat.
Okay.
Do you want to cut a little aside for yourself?
Yes,
all right,
please.
well, let's do the garlic first then.
Okay.
All right, so you could see the size of this bowl. And what did we put in? We put in about 7 mangoes and 3 tomatoes. And that's not really a good unit of measure because later in the season, I'll have this much flesh off of 2 mangoes. Right now, the early season mangoes are smaller, but later in the season, we'll have giant mangoes. And I'm going to just use a garlic press to squeeze some garlic into here. But I mean, we're looking at like half of this bowl is full of fruit. And I'm only going to put this 1 clove of garlic because I don't want this dip to taste like garlic. I mean, you go to a party and all the dips just don't taste like garlic. You know, all the salsas, right? So I'm just going to put this 1 with the garlic press. I like using a garlic press, fresh garlic, okay? So you could stir that up a little, darling. And you know, while we're at it, a little touch of olive oil.
Oh my God, yes. There's extra virgin there, yeah.
It's the only extra virgin thing in this house. So we'll just put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil in there, not much. You could stir that in, go ahead.
This is looking good.
And some salt. Okay. Okay, sweetie, scoop yourself some
just need
salsa.
a little bit.
However much you want.
Yes.
That's it? All right, go get a chip and taste it.
Okay. Let me see.
Are they stale? Probably. Who cares? Come on, taste it anyway.
No, they're good.
All right.
They're good. That's the one that you like.
All right, stay right there at the cutting board. Taste it there.
Okay. Oh my God.
Is it good? So good, right?
I need to get a little bit more.
Take a little more.
Sorry.
But you can you smell that garlic?
Yeah, you were 100% right about the garlic. That was very smart.
Yeah, I mean, you could always add more, right? You could always add more garlic, but look at how nice.
Look at the color. That's it.
Yeah, let's show the camera. I mean, look at the nice color in that mango salsa. So good. Okay, try it again, darling. Here you go.
Yeah. Wow, this is unbelievable.
You're gonna eat the hot one for the camera too, right?
Okay.
All right. All right, so here's the peppers. So I'm going to put all of this little chili in there, just because it's such a small chili anyway. And I'm going to just cut it up really, really small. And the main thing about when you're working with hot peppers like this, the main thing you got to do, let me put my glass on, you got to make sure you wash your hands when you're done, right? Because, I mean, if you touch your eyes.
Did that ever happen to you?
Yes, if you touch your eyes or you pick your nose or go to the bathroom, you know what I mean? You're dead meat, you're going to regret it. So I'm just going to give these a little extra, I guess you'd call this mincing, right? So that there's no like single big piece to get ingested. Okay, here we go.
Oh my God.
Put that right there. Here we go. Time to ruin the salsa. No, I'm only kidding. Boom, boom,
No.
boom. You know, really good looking mango salsa, right?
Beautiful.
It's got tomatoes, it's got mango, it's got hot peppers, 3 kinds of hot pepper. It's got what else? Garlic, salt, a little bit of olive oil. So I'm gonna just dip my chip here, see how it is.
I'm going to try it too.
Dude,
It's delicious.
that is good.
How's the hotness?
Nah, it's not that bad. I'm thinking of adding more peppers to it actually. It's not, you can't really taste the peppers.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
It's actually real good.
Yeah, I'm gonna add more peppers to it.
Okay.
All right, we're done with the salsa. I just added the rest of the habanero and the rest of one of Myra's chilies. I still got the little chili we grow, which is hot, but we're done with
Are
it.
you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's do it together.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. I think it's good. I still ain't getting hit with hot pepper.
I'm getting hit.
Well, you're a little more sensitive to it than I am.
But it's not bad.
No, I think it's good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's a very good mango salsa. So there you have it, folks. I guess I kind of forgot to eat my lunch. I was supposed to eat lunch as I was talking. And this was a very weird video for me to make because normally I kind of think about what I want to say and the sections of the video. And here we just put the camera on and started talking, you know. But you came away from this video with a recipe for mango salsa and also a list of foods you should try on your next Florida vacation. Or even if you already live in Florida and you haven't tried these fruits, come on down to South Florida, get into Miami, or better yet, come down here to Homestead, down to the Redlands. Especially in the months of May, June, July, and August.
Yeah.
When all this fruit, lychees, right, all this fruit is ripening. Let me take another bite of salsa here.
This is amazing.
Yeah. You can try this stuff. Now, if you can't make it to South Florida, and you still want to try some of this stuff, I sell some of this fruit, depending on time of year, depending on season, depending on availability. And we sell that fruit at guacfarm.com. GUACFARM.com. We also sell our beautiful t-shirts, our hats, and sometimes we have Mamey, sometimes we have mango. It just depends on time of year. Avocados, we have tons of avocados. We sell our avocados between the months of June and up to about the end of January. And we get a lot of very good feedback from our customers. So we're gonna finish this bowl of salsa. Well, I'm gonna finish this. Well, I'm gonna make a dent in this bowl of salsa.
You're gonna finish it.
You're probably gonna finish yours.
Yeah.
While we do that, you go to guacfarm.com and we will see you on the next video.